Welcome to Creature Features with K Brothers, the podcast where we uncover the amazing world of animals, paws, claws, and jaw-dropping facts. And now, here's your host, the one and only kid animal expert, Kai.
Hi, I'm Kai. Today we will bring you an aerial view of some of the world's majestic creatures that grace our skies, the birds of prey. We will explore the world of eagles, falcons, ospreys, and vultures. Let's spread our wings and take flight.
And don't forget to listen closely so you can ace our multiple choice question at the end of the episode. You can answer it by leaving us an Apple Podcast review. Every correct answer will be entered into a special prize drawing. Should we tell the Critter Club what the special prize is?
Yes.
We have launched a brand new online shop where you can purchase products featuring Kai's animal drawings. And the best part? All the proceeds from our shop go straight to Central County Paws, a fantastic animal shelter that does so much good work for our furry friends here in State College.
That's right. It's like bringing a piece of my imagination into your home, all for a great cause.
We have totes, t-shirts, teddy bears, and more. And when you leave us an Apple Podcast review with the correct answer to our multiple choice question at the end of the episode, you will be entered to win one of these products. In fact, recently Kai witnessed some vultures having a feast on a roadkill. And that inspired him to create his latest design. And now you can purchase that design on a jigsaw puzzle. You can check it out and other designs at kbrotherspodcast.com.
Special shout out to Halky for leaving us a podcast review with the correct answer for last episode's multiple choice question.
We would also like to thank Halky for leaving us the following podcast review. He wrote, "A very educational and interesting podcast on animals. Thank you, Halky, and don't forget to tell your friends to tune in to our podcast." All right, are we ready to get the episode started?
Yes! First on our flight path are the majestic eagles. Eagles aren't just the national bird and symbol of the United States, but are recognized worldwide as symbols of power and freedom. Mom, would you believe me if I told you that eagles can see rabbits up to 2 miles away?
That's incredible, Kai. Eagles must have fantastic eyesight.
Yes, these creatures are known for their power and long lifespan. Did you know that eagles can live over 20 years in the wild? And in captivity, they can live up to 50 years.
Wow, that's impressive. And it's not just their longevity that's awe-inspiring. Eagles are incredibly efficient hunters. They swoop down on their prey at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour.
That's really fast. But it's not just about hunting and survival. Eagles also have a softer side. Most species mate for life. And they have these beautiful courtship displays that include diving, soaring, and even locking talons.
They certainly do, but their commitment doesn't stop there. Both the father and mother eagle take turns sitting on the nest until their egg hatches, and they often reuse and add to the same nest year after year.
Speaking of their nest, I heard that eagles build some of the largest nests of any bird, sometimes up to 10 feet wide, and weighing as much as a ton. That's massive.
It's incredible, isn't it? Now, let's talk about their diet. While all eagles are carnivores, what they eat can vary greatly depending on their species and habitat. For instance, bald eagles prefer fish, while golden eagles mainly feast on small mammals.
Let's put our listeners to the test. True or false? Eagles are nocturnal creatures, meaning they are most active at night. True or false? True or false? False. Eagles are diurnal, like us. They're most active during the day. And did you know that not all eagles are the same? In fact, there are 4 groups of eagles.
Really? What are they?
First, we have the Hopi eagles, which are the largest. They prey on large animals like monkeys and sloths. Next are the fish eagle, and like their name suggests, they live near water and they like to eat fish. The American bald eagles fall under this category.
That's interesting. And what are the other two groups?
The third group is the snake eagles. They primarily eat snakes, but can sometimes eat lizards and frogs. Last, we have the booted eagles. Their name was given because their feathers go down to their feet, which makes them look like they have boots. Some of them hunt large prey, even monkeys.
That's a lot of variety in just one type of bird.
Mom, our listeners might know that the fastest land animal is the cheetah. But do you know who's the fastest animal in the air and the fastest animal in the world?
Oh, that's an easy one, Kai. It's the peregrine falcon, isn't it?
Exactly. During its hunting swoop, which is a high-speed dive, it can reach speeds over 240 miles an hour.
That's incredibly fast. These birds are truly built for speed.
Their tail feathers are also designed for speed. When they're soaring, their tail feathers are spread out. When they're in a stoop, their tail feathers are together in a streamlined position. Unlike many birds, falcons don't build nests. They often use structures like cliff ledges or the tops of skyscrapers in New York, or the hollows of trees.
Speaking of their adaptability, peregrine falcons have also become a conservation success story, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Peregrine falcons were once on the brink of extinction due to pesticides like DDT. However, conservation efforts have led to their recovery.
And isn't it true that they have a unique beak structure?
Absolutely, Mom. Falcons have a special notch or tooth on their beak that they use to sever the spinal cord of their prey.
Fascinating. These birds are equipped with so many special adaptations for hunting. Their eyes, for instance, have a higher number of receptors per square millimeter than human eyes, which allows them to spot prey from great heights or notice tiny movements on the ground.
Indeed, they're exceptional hunters.
It's no wonder falcons have been admired for thousands of years. Falconry, or the art of hunting with birds of prey, was an important part of many ancient cultures, right?
Yes, that's right. Falcons were pets or hunting aids in many societies.
So, Kai, next up we have the osprey, sometimes referred to as the fishhawk. Can you guess why?
That's because they eat almost exclusively fish, right, Mom?
Exactly. Ospreys are one of the only raptors that specialize in fishing. They even have sharp spines on the soles of their feet to help them grip slippery fish.
Isn't it true that they have a broad range? They can be found in every continent except Antarctica.
You're correct again, Kai. Despite this broad range, they are usually seen near bodies of water that have an abundant fish supply. They are true global citizens.
Yes, and when hunting, an osprey can dive into 3 feet underwater. If the fish is too heavy to lift, the osprey may swim to shore using its wings.
And not just that, ospreys also have a unique adaptation among raptors. They can reverse their outer toe to grasp their prey with 2 toes in front and 2 behind. It's particularly useful when catching slippery fish.
Some ospreys are long-distance migrants, traveling thousands and thousands of miles each year. They travel from North America to South America.
Ospreys also build impressive nests, don't they?
Yes, they do. They build large nests that they use up to years and years, adding more materials each season. Some nests can reach up to 10 feet in height and 3 to 6 feet in diameter.
That's incredible. And I remember reading that ospreys are generally monogamous and have a tendency to mate for life, just like the eagles.
That's right, Mom. The pair usually separates during the migrate period, but reunites each breeding season. Also, did you know that, unlike most birds, ospreys dive feet first to snatch fish out of water? They can even close their nostrils when they dive to keep water out.
I didn't know that, Kai. And due to their hunting prowess and global distribution, ospreys have been revered in many cultures. They are often seen as a symbol of power and mastery over the sea and rivers.
It's time for our multiple choice question. What special adaptation do ospreys have to catch fish? A. Reversible outer toe. B. They can hold their breath for a long time. Or C. They have a special beak to cut through scales.
Don't forget to leave us an Apple Podcast review with your answer.
Our final stop today before we land is the important but misunderstood vultures. These birds are nature's cleanup crew. Here's a fun fact. Vultures have bald heads to keep themselves clean. It's easier to keep one head clean with no feathers than it is with a head with tons of feathers.
They keep the environment clean and they also stop the spread of diseases.
If they feed on crocuses, then they don't need to hunt?
That's right. They have super strong senses of sight and smell to help them locate food. They usually circle high in the sky looking for carcasses.
I heard that they can eat stuff that is poisonous to other animals. Is that true?
Yes, vultures have incredibly acidic stomachs that can safely digest rotten carcasses that are infected with bacteria like cholera and anthrax. That's something that would be lethal to other scavengers.
Vultures pee on their feet when it's hot. That's gross, but it's also neat, and that also helps vultures cool down. It's like drinking a nice bottle of lemonade. They can use their wings for something other than flying.
Yes, vultures often spread their wings out to warm themselves up in the sun and to get rid of bacteria they may have picked up from their meals.
Wow, they have so many adaptations to their lifestyle. And now it's time for our quiz. True or false? Vultures, when threatened, can vomit their food to make themselves lighter to get away. True or false? True or false?
That's true, Kai. It might sound disgusting, but it's a very effective defensive tactic. The vomit is also highly acidic and can deter predators.
Vultures can live 30 years in the wild and even longer in captivity. 40 years? But their populations are declining. Oh no! Due to poison from eating animals that have been intentionally poisoned. So conservation efforts are important for these creatures.
That's a bittersweet note to end on, but it's a reminder of how precious all our wildlife is. Well, let's cheer up with a joke. What do you have for us, Kang?
What bird spend all their time on their knees?
I don't know. What bird spends all their time on their knees?
Bird of prey. Well, this brings us to the end of the episode of Creature Features with K Brothers.
Remember, listeners, if you've enjoyed our episode, be sure to tell your friends about our podcast.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our adventures. Next week, we will be diving into another fascinating topic, so stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us today.
Bye and keep exploring.
You've been listening to Creature Features with K Brothers. Tune in next time for more paws, claws, and jaw-dropping facts. Until then, keep your curiosity wide.